Astonishing how the heart can remain so devoted to a man who keeps you at arm's length, isn't it? Welcome to this exploration entitled 7 Steps to Marrying Your Avoidant Boyfriend, where we'll delve into the labyrinth of a mind that sometimes seems hermetically sealed, yet might be more receptive than you ever dared hope. Over the course of these reflections, expect a healthy dose of cunning wit, much like a fireside chat with an old friend who has witnessed the entire panorama of human nature. Picture yourself settling in with a warm cup of tea, gently readying your spirit to discover how to guide your avoidant partner from hesitation to heartfelt commitment. Allow me, if I may, to recount a brief story. Some time ago, I observed a close acquaintance, let's call him Everett, who spent more nights than he cared to admit, haunted by a gnawing suspicion that real closeness was too risky a game. Whenever his then-girlfriend brought up the thought of marriage, he'd retreat behind that steadfast logic of his, championing independence, caution, and an unwavering resolve to stay self-sufficient. It wasn't that Everett hated love. In fact, he had an enormous capacity for caring. He simply believed that relationships demanded near total loss of autonomy. He was sure it would hinder his personal goals, drain his emotional energies, and deprive him of that treasured safe space in his own mind. If this sounds like your boyfriend's stance, take heart. You're not alone in experiencing such confusion. Underneath the deflection and reservations lies someone who may be more than capable of forging a profound and lasting bond. So, let us explore these 7 steps. An odyssey through the labyrinth of avoidance, with an eye on forming the very foundation of a marriage that transcends mere infatuation. They are not about bending him to your will, but rather about showing that genuine connection can grant him the security and sense of partnership he's always secretly hoped for. Step 1. Ensure he's ethical avoidant, not manipulative. First and foremost, you must confirm that your gentleman is the sort who struggles with trust out of genuine worry rather than outright cynicism. Ethical avoidance is grounded in a moral code. Such men might withdraw under stress or adversity, yet they do so not to be harmful but to protect themselves, and sometimes you, from perceived danger. They strive for fairness, own their mistakes when pressed in a gentle but direct manner, and do not rely on venomous tactics like gaslighting or humiliating remarks. By contrast, manipulative avoidance operates with more nefarious underpinnings, where negativity about humanity allows unscrupulous behavior. If your partner consistently ignores your boundaries, mocks your concerns, or treats you as an object for personal gain, the path to marriage is fraught with peril. Observe whether he shies from conflict out of fear of harming you both, or whether he weaponizes conflict to keep you in an inferior position. If it's the former, you may proceed. A quick test is how he reacts when difficulties arise. Does he acknowledge your perspective, albeit nervously, or does he twist your words, avoid all accountability, and leave you spinning in confusion? If he's the latter, pursuing marriage is ill-advised. If he's the former, proceed with optimism. Step 2. Show respect, not just love. An avoidant man will likely shrug at sweet nothings whispered in his ear. He might be fond of you, appreciate you, but if you keep telling him you love him without demonstrating respect, it won't fully register. Respect is the language of reassurance that resonates deep within him. It says you view him as reliable, capable, and worthy of your high regard. Respect means noticing his problem-solving acumen, praising his discipline or steady moral code. It's in the small details. A grateful nod when he does something thoughtful, or a verbal acknowledgement when he navigates a sticky situation with integrity. Such displays of admiration quietly confirm he is not a pawn in your plan, but a partner whose strengths you celebrate. While "I love you" might sound pleasant, "I respect you" speaks volumes to his sense of identity. When you let him know he is worthy in your eyes, it becomes far easier for him to envision a lifetime by your side. Step 3. Speak his language in precise terms. One fundamental misstep many make is trying to communicate in purely emotional language, leaving the avoidant partner baffled. Telling him you want to feel safer or crave more closeness can strike him as vague. He might nod, uncertain how to translate such statements into practical action. Instead, invite clarity into the dialogue. Imagine saying, "I'd like us to set aside an hour each Sunday evening to talk about how our week went and share how we can support each other better." This is a tangible request. He understands the specific time, duration, and purpose. Outline the benefit for both of you. "It helps me feel connected, and it allows you to keep a good overview of my needs, so I won't spring surprises on you later." Then finalize the details. "Shall we start this Sunday at 7 p.m.? By tackling these conversations in a methodical way, he will feel calm rather than cornered. Step 4. Build vasopressin bonding. Men, especially those with avoidant tendencies, have a fascinating hormonal ally in vasopressin, sometimes referred to as the loyalty or commitment hormone. While oxytocin, the so-called love hormone, gets plenty of attention, vasopressin is equally potent, particularly for men. It activates when two people face challenges together, solve dilemmas side by side, and demonstrate shared resilience. In ancient times, tribal hunters who supported each other in peril found their bonds immeasurably strong. Modern life is no different, though the challenges might be a difficult job assignment or an emotionally trying family situation, rather than a woolly mammoth. To harness this vasopressin bond, emphasize teamwork. Ask, "What can I do to relieve your stress?" Or, "Is there an errand or task I can handle so you can focus on your top priorities?" If he sees that you stand alongside him, sleeves rolled up, prepared to share the burdens of life, it ignites trust. Once he senses you are the collaborator he didn't realize he needed, it's infinitely easier for him to commit wholeheartedly. Together you become a fortress, each watchful for the other's well-being. Step 5. Align your life goals. It's not enough to want marriage because it's romantic or a milestone. An avoidant man thrives on understanding how a commitment serves both of your broader missions. If he has a grand plan, maybe it's developing a business, moving to the countryside, or saving for a charitable project, show how your future aspirations dovetail neatly with his. Let him see that being married is not an obstacle to his autonomy, but rather a fortified alliance. A partner who enhances his ambition, or at least respects and accommodates it, eases his mind. Through candid conversations, explore how your dreams intersect. Speak openly about finances, how you imagine a household functioning, or how you'd like to maintain personal space. When those details are hammered out in a spirit of cooperation, the notion of marriage ceases to be a trap and morphs into a well-tailored union he can anticipate with enthusiasm. Step 6. Reveal the benefits of marriage for him. Many men have been bombarded with cautionary tales about the downside of marriage. Dismiss the negativity by shining a spotlight on facts and genuine advantages. Greater health and longevity. Research consistently finds that married men often enjoy longer lives and fewer health woes, due in part to lower stress and emotional support. Enhanced productivity. A stable, loving environment helps him recharge. With you in his corner, he's more likely to push forward in his career or personal pursuits. He'll be sharper, more motivated, and confident. Shared legacy. If building a meaningful imprint on the world is central to him, a steadfast spouse who can help shape or pass on that legacy is priceless. Emotional fulfillment. Counter to popular cynicism, Long-term intimacy can bring richer, more satisfying romantic and physical connections over time. Be methodical in outlining these benefits, lest he assume marriage is merely a cultural formality. Show him that a well-chosen, deeply supportive partner expands his scope of possibility rather than shackles him. Step 7. Craft a commitment checklist. Once you've established trust, synergy, and a mutual sense of purpose, sit together and map out what readiness for marriage looks like in precise, tangible terms. Consider questions such as, what financial milestones do we want to achieve first? How often should we communicate on pressing concerns? How do we plan to handle conflict? When do we seek outside help or discuss solutions in a structured manner? Which personal boundaries or personal time-outs might each of us need to stay balanced? This approach transforms the concept of marriage from a nebulous leap into a carefully navigated crossing, one that protects his sense of safety while confirming you're a knowledgeable, respectful partner. If you can show him how each box on the list ultimately benefits both of you, you'll see his anxiety dwindle as practical clarity emerges. At this point, you've seen that capturing an avoidant man's devotion is less about romantic effusions and more about building mutual confidence. By ensuring he's ethically inclined, showing him your respect, speaking with precision, bonding through shared endeavors, aligning your goals, spotlighting marriage's true rewards, and laying out an organized checklist for commitment, you offer him the greatest gift, a stable, transparent, and rewarding pathway forward. Should he take your hand across the threshold, you will have forged a bond anchored in loyalty, authentic understanding, and genuine companionship. You'll both trust that neither is sacrificing an essential part of the self, but rather fortifying each other to face the world, just as those resourceful hunters once did in ages past, with a synergy that lit the ember of devotion for a lifetime. An avoidant partner does not represent an insurmountable puzzle. He is a human being taught by experience to be watchful, a traveler who instinctively braces for hidden traps. Show him, step by step, that the journey is shared, the joys and burdens willingly shouldered together, and you may find yourself hearing the gentle question, "Shall we set a date?" far sooner than you expect. May these steps guide you toward a future where commitment feels like the most logical and precious adventure he's ever embraced.
If you believe this video might help someone dear to you, share it with them. A small gesture on your part could mean the world to a friend in need.